No limit, got that masterpiece. No limit, baby. Give you that black car. No limit. Just know when you roll with a nigga like me, there's no limit, baby. No limit. I see murder that. No limit, baby. Give you that ghetto D, girl. No limit. Just know when you roll with a nigga like me, there's no limit, baby. So if you've never been, girl, I would just love to take you there. You don't have to worry about a thing. I gotta let me show you better than. No, just let me hold you. You be my soldier. On decline, you roll with me and we shine, baby we shine, yeah little mama we shine, just pick a destination, go ahead show me you can get like everything, show me like any car, any house, baby you can get like any ring, anything, then I can knock it down, all through the night, all through the day, yeah, I knock that pussy out, baby you call, the sugar ray, I may not know you, just let me hold you, you be my soldier, like you from the north, do it. No limit, baby. Just know when you roll with a nigga like me, there's no limit, baby.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? You know, my apologies. I did not realize that Usher song was explicit. So I'm going to have to switch it out the mix, you know? But how y'all doing today? Hello, Crystal. Hey, Erica. CWK, I feel like I need to know your real name because it's so weird to just call you Quack. But hey, Anati. Hey, Lano. Hey, T. Geddes. Said, I forgot we're going live. Hoping all your love stories break my writer's block. I hope so too. As you guys know, I have not read them. I'm trying to be as surprised as everybody else. So I'm kind of excited. We're leaving the toxicity in the past and we're going to the healthy love. At least I assume that these stories are healthy. We're about to find out. we are about to find out. But before I get into that, how have y'all's weekends been? I can't really say week because we basically just started, but how was y'all's weekend? We haven't spoken in a minute. Let me give you my quick life update. Moved. Guys, I love this apartment so much. I'm so happy I've moved. That other place just never really felt like home. And one thing about God knows how to push me out of something, okay? So he said, well, if you're not gonna leave, I'm gonna make you leave. The mice were the last straw. Once the mice hit that apartment, I said, you know what? I gots to go. And about 4 days before I moved out, my car, somebody tried to steal my car. Can you imagine? Like, one thing about God, he's gonna push me out. He's gonna push me out, and I'm glad for it. This apartment is amazing. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I'm so in love with it. So in love, so much so that I've bought so many decorative things that I never bought for the other apartment just because I didn't really care. But this place, I love it. So yeah, that's been my quick little life update. Hello, Denise. Say peace and salutations. I love salutations. It's such a good word. I enjoy you calling me Quack. Okay. If you want to be called Quack, I'll call you Quack. That ain't no problem, Clara. I'll try to remember Clara as well, but I'll call you Quack. Good. My book is off to my editor. Ooh, love. Started training at my new job, and I've been eating. Listen, let me tell you about eating. So in this new apartment, the bathroom mirror in my bedroom is almost the whole wall. I've never seen myself in that much of a 4K. And I said, you could delete Uber Eats. You could delete it. You could delete it. Let's buy some vegetables. Let's buy some beets, honey. Let's get back to juicing. Because when I was consistent at the gym, I lost 20 pounds. We need to get back to that. And this building has a gym, so I have no excuse. Yeah. Oh, hey, Roxy girl. How you doing? Listen, the mice, T. T, I know you've been here for a long time, so you know that these mice stay following me, okay? Hello, Ayana. Hey Queen, watching from South Africa at 2 a.m. Go to bed. Speaking of South Africa, the Ultimatum South Africa comes out this Friday. Now, I can't guarantee that I'll get a review out on Friday because I'm having some friends over and we are watching it together, but I will be reviewing. So stay tuned for that, the South African people or the people who love South African shows. Uber Eats gotta go. Listen, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. My face has never been this full. I've never been this plump in my life. I said, sister, okay? Listen, and I know it'll be back on my phone. I'm certain it'll be back on my phone, but at least I have to have that intention of doing better. We'll see how long it sticks. Yeah, T, you've seen it all. You have seen it all. Were you there when I was homeless? When I was going live from my car? I'm telling you, being a subscriber of Queenie is really an extreme sport. Like, when I say this, I think that people don't understand. No, like, we've been through it. We've been through it. Okay. Oh, child. The ghetto. It's been a while, cannot stay, but hey, well, we're glad to have you, RDC Femmes, even if it's for a moment, okay? Gotta start. You know what? I appreciate that. Because you're admitting that you're not going to give up all the way, but at least you're going to find some kind of compromise. And I love that. I love that. I also now live in an area where basically you don't have to leave the vicinity. There are so many grocery stores, restaurants, whatever, anything you need. The compromise might be that I would just walk there instead of Uber eating, you know? So maybe I'll take your logic. Yeah. Babes, we are besties. Come on now. Act like you know, yo. Act like you know. All right, let's get into these stories. Told y'all, we're leaving the toxicity. We're going into the love. So we're going to read these love stories. The first one, I'm not going to say who it is, but if you want to expose yourself, if you're in the chat, you could feel free to do so. And it is expensive. You are not lying. Hey, Tammy girl. You're not late, Joy. We have not started. I got confirmed at church this week. What's confirmed? What does that mean? What does that mean you got confirmed? Child, the lock bob is still settling. You know when you do your hair fresh and it is standing at attention? Yeah, I'm waiting for them to fall a bit, but they're doing better. It's been a few days now. I need to know what this means before we move on. Oh, Pessy! Oh, you've changed your... Okay. Well, hey, girl. Glad to have you around. Stiff roots. Hello? Stiff roots. And you know what's crazy? I do my own hair, so you would think I would be a little lighter handed. No, still heavy handed, doesn't matter. I joined as a full member. Oh, okay. We have different terminology in my church, but all right, congratulations to you for becoming a member of your church, period. All right, so this letter is called How We Met. I'm gonna read it as is. And guys, please, y'all know my reading is hit or miss, so bear with me. It says, hi Queen E, love your channel. You are funny and sweet. Thanks. The Delulu stories recently were tough, but some of them are going through it. No, for real, we really need to have a prayer circle or something. Like, y'all remember how crazy some of them stories were? Yeah, all right. Anyhow, I am 44 and I've been married now for 17 years. I think me and hubby have a cute how we met story. Let me turn on my brightness, hold on. We met in summer school in Miami, Florida of my rising senior year. We were both taking Algebra 2. My hubby is really good at math. Me going to be a senior and him to be a junior. Oh, so you a little cougar. Okay, robbing the cradle. It's okay, we love it though. Our school didn't have summer school for those who wanted to get ahead, so they bused us to another school. The first day of summer, the school had us in one classroom and then told us that they were moving us to another classroom. As we were going out of the doors, I felt someone softly push/pull my jacket. I turned around and it was my now hubby. He smiled at me and I thought, this fool is trying to holla at me. I'm sorry, that makes me laugh for some reason. Okay, let's move on. I told my homegirl who was also in the class with me and she said that he is her homeboy and he is cool. I paid him no mind, but we all became cool and he never tried to talk to me romantically, but just always smiled and was friendly. Then all the girls in the class started taking a liking to him, including myself. And all I could think of was he liked me first and I was not about to let these other girls snag him. So one day during class break, I came up to him and told him I thought he was really cute and I would like to go out with him. Come on, boldness. I wish. Because if there's one thing about me, guys, I was telling my friends this weekend, I cannot flirt to save my life. And I think when I say this, people think I'm joking because I naturally have a charming personality. I can say that about myself because I know that it's true. When it comes to flirting, let me tell you how bad it is. There's this guy who does praise and worship at this church and I attended the church virtually, right? I don't know how I found his Instagram, but I did a little deep dive. I found his Instagram. I followed him. He followed me back. I said, ooh, okay. I liked a few pictures. He liked a few pictures. I said, okay. When I slid into the DMs, guys, why did I say, not you following me back? Like, girl, be so for real. That's all you could say. You mustered up all this courage to find the man's Instagram, follow him, like photos, and that's all you could say. And guess what I did after that? I blocked him because I said, you're not going to have any evidence of this, okay? Jesus is Lord. It was so sad. My flirt game. I know. Okay. I know. It was horrible. I can't flirt, man. I can't flirt. I am a dork. No, I am. I can't. I'm so bad. I can't flirt to save my life. Like, if there's one thing I can do to a guy that I like, I can insult him. Here's another quick story. I'm so sorry. I've just completely diverted from your story, but we're going to get back to it, I swear. There was a guy in high school, liked him so bad, okay? He would always sit beside me in class. Little white boy. He would sit beside me in class. Like, we, on field trips, we would sit beside each other on the bus, wherever we were going. Like, you know, I got cool with his mom because his mom worked at the school as a teacher's aide. Like, I was in. I liked him so bad that his dad was a chaperone for one of the trips, and they were doing a fundraiser at my school to raise money for every cricket you eat. I don't even know why I did quotes because they're real crickets. They were real flavored crickets. And Crush's dad said to me, I bet you can't eat one. And here's the thing about me, I'm not gonna be a punk. I'm not gonna be a punk. So you're daring me to eat a cricket? Absolutely, I will. I ate the damn cricket to try to impress my Crush's father so that one day if I get in good with the family, he could be like, oh yeah, that's that cool girl who wasn't gonna be a punk when I told her to, okay. So anyways, time passes by, we have banquet. I went to a Christian school, we didn't have prom, we had banquet. Banquet is maybe a month out. Everybody's getting these dates and stuff. I was already committed to going by myself because I liked boys, but not enough to wanna, actually date a boy. So my best friend, we're all sitting at a table. She's standing behind me. And this guy's like, I wonder who I want to go to banquet with. She's behind me like, go with her. And he was like, oh, you lady want to go to banquet with me? I'm like, okay. And he was like, okay, bet. And I was like, whatever. The next day, he's coming to me. He's asking me about outfits and stuff. And I'm like, outfits for what? He's like, we're going to banquet together. I said, who said that? Who said that? He was like, yeah, I asked you yesterday. And I said, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought you were joking. He was dead ass. So fine, we went to banquet together. And every time he would say something, I would laugh. Like, you would think that he was the #1 comedian in the country, okay? This man asked me, why do you always laugh when I talk? Guys, why did I say verbatim? I remember this. It is permanently etched in my mind. I said, because you're funny looking? Huh? Like, what's wrong with me? Guys, I can't flirt. I don't. I can't flirt to save my life. I can't flirt to save my life. Like, I can't. I've been this way since I was young. I can't do it. I can't flirt and I can't tell when I'm being flirted with. It's the worst thing. I know. God, yeah. Cook me. Just cook me. Jail. Yep. Okay. Let's go back to the story because this is not about me, okay? So anyways. She said, then the girls in the class started to take a liking to him, including myself, and I couldn't think. I can't believe I just told you guys that. And all I could think was he liked me first, and I was not about to let these other girls snag him. So one day during class break, I came up to him and told him I thought he was really cute and I would like to go out with him. He smiled and said he wanted to go out with me too. So we started going together in summer. Yeah, you're 44. Going together. We need to go back to those days. I'm not even gonna hold you. One day my mom picked me up from summer school and we gave him a ride home, and he told my mom he was going to marry me in the future. Ooh, come on, visionary. Come on, a man on a mission. We'd love to see it. Me and my mom just laughed it off at the time. We dated through summer school and then in regular high school for 3 months, then broke up. But we stayed friends. I went off to college and we stayed friends. I went off to grad school and we stayed friends. We started dating in grad school, but the distance, DC to Miami, was too much, so we broke up again, but stayed friends. Now, I don't know if I would have, y'all must have been real good friends because what? Y'all broke up how many times and now you're married? 17 years, congratulations, by the way. I don't know if I would have stayed. But y'all stayed friends. All right, now we love it. Then he moved to PA, I'm assuming is Pennsylvania. I'm not sure. And we started dating again. And 6 months later, we were engaged, period. Again, man on a mission. This man was persistent. All right. Funny thing is, my husband swears he was not trying to holler at me that first day. He said he was just trying to help me out of the room. All right. She said, again, I think I might have been a little delulu. That's okay, be delulu. Look where it got you. Married 17 years. And that's our how we met story. I love that. That is so cute. That is a man on a mission. This man was determined to marry you, okay? Don't hate, but the fact that you're worse than combat. Okay, no, first of all, I can flirt with somebody when it's established that there's a mutual interest, okay? When I was young, I had no business even entertaining boys. And I said that to this little white boy. I was like, I'm not trying to date anybody because I don't even know what I could give you. I've always been this person. If I feel like dating somebody is just for fun and there is no like end goal to this, then I'm not gonna do it. So back then, fine. But now as an adult, if we've established like, no, we are dating or we are whatever, I can do it. But if I'm trying to like put myself out there or somebody's putting something out to me to feel the vibe, oh, trash. Yeah. See, I'm not the only one. T. Getty said, I can't tell if I'm being flirted with. See? And then you said you made a steak. That was... Baby, that was banquet. Salisbury steak. At first I was like, what are you saying? No worries. Sometimes people over flirt and others suck at flirting. And I'm the latter. It's giving one day minus death. You know what's crazy? When I was watching the limited series One Day, if you guys have not seen it on Netflix, I think you should watch it. If you're a romantic like me and you like happy endings, maybe don't. Because I was bawling at the end. I was bawling. But I mean, I guess you could say it's some form of a happy ending. But I watched that story and it feels like the story of my life. And it's this constant like passing ships in the night where somebody seems to be who you should be with, but you can't ever get on the same page. And then finally they do. And you would hope that it's like, and they lived happily ever after, but sometimes they don't. But it's a really good series. You guys should watch it, honestly. It's a limited series, so it won't take you too long to finish it. A man who takes initiative, absolutely. Shout out to your husband, because he knew what he wanted from high school. Period. We love that. I know, poor Combat. He's not even in here to fight for himself. I still love you though, mama. Thank you. Thank you. Literally, I was triggered for real. Oh yeah, in that show. I didn't expect it to end that way, so I was definitely triggered. Oh, sorry. We're going to end it there. No spoilers. You're right. Go and watch it. It was great. Girl, I went to a wedding on the way home. One of the guests was offering to drag my damn suitcase through the airport. Why was I like, nah? I'm telling you, I'm like that too. I've literally been told, like, are you gonna let me help you? Like, I'm the man here. And I'm like, you're right. I should let you help me, but I just can't. Oh, gosh. When am I coming to the UK? Oh, I hate to break it to you, Greg. I'm not coming anymore. At least not this month. I'm not coming this month anymore. I was going to see Shits and Gigs, and I was going by myself. So everything would have been paid by me. And y'all's currency, it's a little expensive, okay? Y'all's currency is a lot over there in the UK. So when I heard that they were coming to North America, I said, yeah, forget that. I'm gonna go see them in California. So California, I'll be there in July. UK, I don't know, that's up in the air. We'll see when that happens. No, not Toronto. I'm sorry. Like, I love my country. I love Canada, but Canada doesn't have the same vibe that the States does. We just don't. And I'm not surprised these people don't want to come see us here because we don't be giving them the energy that they deserve. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to catch a flight. I'm going to catch a flight to the States and see them over there. Yeah. You're emailing me? Sure. Don't know nothing about that. Have you guys been keeping up with the beefs? I haven't, but I know that Kendrick did his thing. That's for sure. All right, let's read the next one. It says, my romantic story. Hi there. How I met my husband may not be the most romantic by many standards, but it gives me butterflies and it makes people go, aw, when I tell it. Okay. Now I'm concerned. Is it like a little bit of trauma? I'm not quite sure. Let's read. My husband and I were a match made by my mom and his aunt. And that's a lost art. Referrals, matchmaking without having to pay for a service. What happened to that? Meghan Markle found her prince through a referral. Everybody's failing. Everybody is failing me. If you're looking at me and you're wondering why I'm still single, why haven't you suggested somebody for me? That's the real question. Where's my referral? You don't know any good men? You don't know any good men? I'd like to think I'm a good woman. You don't want to suggest me to any of your good friends who are men, who like women? Anyways, let's move on. My mom and his aunties grew up together, neighbors and schoolmates. My mom sent my number to his aunt via Facebook. Oh, so your mom didn't even consult you. She just said, listen, we're gonna, I love it. Shout out mama. He was residing in Sweden at the time and I was in Nigeria. Oh, your mom don't play. And the aunt cajoled him to give me a call. He wasn't interested and was just going to call to get her off his back. I, on the other hand, was told to expect an international call and to be nice. When he did call, he was okay and I was nice until he mentioned he had to go watch a TV series. Yeah, that would have put me off too because I'm not interesting enough for you to stick around and just miss your show. Don't piss me off. I can't remember the series, but I was hyped because I'm a huge TV. Okay, well, if it works for you, honey. But I was hyped because I'm a huge TV series buff, and apparently so was he. The quick call ended up being a 3-hour call, reminiscing on all the series we had watched. Fast forward to 6 months later, we were married. Oh, wow. But hold on. Wait. Wait. So your mama sent her friend your number, no consultation, nothing. He called just to get his mom off his back, his aunt off his back. 6 months later, y'all are married. Not even engaged, guys. It says married. I'm also realizing that 6 months is the magic number here because the last letter, it took 6 months for them to be married too, after maybe like 6 years or something. But still, wow. Okay. Each seeing each other for the first time, 5 days. Sorry? They saw each other for the first time 5 days to the wedding. You should have submitted this in the Delulu series because wow. Oh my gosh. That's insane. 5 days. Okay. She says, but the kicker is we had met before. When I was 13 and he was 17. Yeah, you're not gonna remember that. You were 13. I don't remember people I met last year. We were at a party together and he was my crush. Oh, okay. Maybe you would have remembered him. He had noticed me too because I won a dance competition and he thought I was pretty rad. Oh, Lord. What century do you live in? At first it was cajoled, now it's rad. I'm confused. I was a fresh teenager with raging hormones and I had fallen for the cute boy who was helping his aunt share party favors for his cousin. We had stolen glances at each other, but he was too busy with his mom and would have pulled me if he was too busy and my mom would have pulled me if she caught me talking to a boy. When he was about to say hi and introduce himself, it was time for me to go home. We found out about this when we were talking about crushes and he was telling me about a girl he liked but never saw again. That's cute. Is my hair falling apart? Child, I ain't got time for that right now. That's cute. Oh, so you had met. It was just many years before, and then y'all didn't even remember until you were reminiscing. Oh, it was weird, but so beautiful. We were destined for each other. We've been married for 8 years with 2 beautiful kids. Oh, my name is Kes, and I love your channel. Kes! That is cute. You know, what's that lady's name? I forget, but she would tell stories and she has like an awkward demeanor on TikTok. Oh, what's her name? Anyways, the point is, she met her husband like later on in life, but there's a picture of when they were kids and they were in the same photo. Stories like that are so cool to me. I know, this is so rom-com. And yeah, Cass is living in the 2000s lingo for sure. Wow, that is so serendipitous. I love that. I love that. So sweet. Uh-oh, not we're pivoting. Um, can I just say I'm so grateful for this rap battle between Drake and Kendrick. But yeah, married in 6 months is crazy. I may flirt a lot, but that's still a stranger. Listen, yeah, 6 months is wild. But also, I'm the type of Delulu that would do that. I am. I say that it's crazy, but I'm also the exact person who would do that exact thing. Mind you, 6 months might even be too long. Like, that's me. This is how Delulu I am. Oh, guys, I'm telling you yet another Delulu story. What the hell is wrong with me? Um, I was talking to this guy, a Nigerian guy living in South Africa, mind you. And we had started talking maybe like 4 years ago, just before the pandemic. So yeah, about 4 years ago. And he was like, I don't know, I feel like you're not as into it as I am. And I didn't want to admit it at the time, but he's right. In retrospect, he's right. But at the time, I was denying it. Years later, we reconnected because I was going home. This was what, 2 years ago? Yeah, this was 2 years ago. I was going to Zimbabwe, and when going to Zimbabwe, I always go through South Africa first. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna be in the area. What's good? We had hit it off so much that when I got home from my trip, I was looking at, okay, so like, how do I get my citizenship? I was like, okay, so how do I get my citizenship to South Africa? I was like, okay, so being a YouTuber, you could take this job anywhere, so that's not going to be a problem. I will have income. Citizenship, we got to work that out. I have family in South Africa, so no biggie. And even if I didn't, Zimbabwe's right there. Not a problem. We'll be fine. This was maybe after 3 months of us talking more seriously. I was ready to move across the world. So yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 I got the same Delulu. I will be like, the Lord brought us together. No, seriously. 90 Day Fiance the other way, honey. I am the target audience. Yes. You fear for me? You should. You should. But you know what? You guys hear how I talk in my videos. I have some kind of sound judgment. At least when it comes to other people. Now, where I'm concerned, that's where it's a little bit... But I know the right thing for the most part. We just got to find a way to execute it for myself. But yes, you should worry. You should worry for me. Queen, I know you're not telling us your green card Delulu story. I didn't do it. And I would have been going there. Is it still a green card situation? Because it wasn't like I was trying to set him up to come here. No. But I was definitely going to go over there. For sure. You said, time to be a South African baddie with my man, period. And y'all know I'm a sucker for a big, black, bald, bearded man. Sometimes I miss him. Yeah. Sometimes I do. Let me tell you why things didn't work out. So he had just trickled off from his own relationship with this girl. And he told me that she told him she was pregnant. And, oh, guys. He would joke about me being a stepmom. And I would joke with him right back. Like, the Lord actually needs to intervene in my life because, like I said, one thing about God, he's going to really push me out of a situation. And this was the pushing because I was crazy. I was crazy. I was crazy. Okay. Some time passed and it was Father's Day. It was Father's Day. Actually, even before Father's Day, I would constantly ask, like, okay, well, how's the baby? And he'd be like, whatever. And I'm like, I don't appreciate how you don't talk about it. He's like, I just, I want to have that be that and have this be this. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense because if you're going to have a child, that should be your life. That should be your life. And that's also why it's hard for me to date people with kids. The guy at the top of the year who I was dating, he had a kid. And I'm a selfish lover. I'm going to be honest. So I want you to spend all your time with me, but then I'm also going to be mad at you if you're spending all your time with me because you need to go spend time with your kid. But if you spend time with your kid, I'm going to be pissed off because why aren't you spending time with me? It doesn't work. Just doesn't work, okay? I also got a story about that guy too, but maybe for another day, child, because we're telling a little too much today. Father's Day came around, and he was like, aren't you going to wish me happy Father's Day? And I was like, oh, okay, my bad. Oh, okay, well, happy Father's Day. And he was like, I'm just playing. There's no baby. I was like, what do you mean there's no baby? So he had told me maybe like a month prior to Father's Day that he and this girl got into this big fight. And that fight was about her terminating the pregnancy. So whenever I would ask about this baby, he knew there was no longer a baby, but he would still pretend like, yeah, the baby's still there. So far as to say I needed to wish him happy Father's Day, knowing damn well he wasn't a father. Yeah, I had to block him on everything. I blocked him on TikTok. I blocked him on everything. I blocked him on TikTok. I blocked his phone number. I blocked him on Instagram. But then I forgot. I used to run his business account. Guys, oh, the delusion. Oh my gosh. I used to run his business account. So you would have thought that I would have also blocked his business account. I totally forgot. So he messaged me on his business account. I was like, ooh, block that. Matter of fact, block your brother, because his brother was following me too. Like, his family knew about me. Like, we were moving and grooving. Okay. Guys, hello? And he was Yoruba. I've been catching legions. But you know what? Like I said, one thing about God, he's got my back. He's never going to let me commit to these men. God will always expose the crazy. And then in retrospect, I'm like, you ain't know what the hell were you doing with that man? If it had not been for the Lord on my side, child, where would I be? Where would I be? Do I have his email? Because when I blocked him on everything, and then when I blocked all his accounts as well, he sent me an email. Yeah, he sent me an email. Hold on, let me see if I still have it. I do. I do have it. He sent this December 22nd, 2023. Bye, T Gettys. Okay. I just typed his name. That's why it was quick. I just typed his name. It says, my dearest. Dear Elaine, how are you? I hope you're doing well and life is good. Hope you're enjoying the Christmas season. I really don't know what went wrong between us. I will delete it. I didn't even know I still had it. I will delete it. said, I really don't know what went wrong between us. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. I thought our sincere friendship was gonna last. We were here today. We are here today, not sharing good vibes. And it hurts me a lot. I really don't know what went wrong. God bless and keep making the world a better place. P.S. I love you and thanks for having a good heart. Ciao. I don't even know what I responded, but I definitely did email back basically saying, lying about a whole child is probably a big factor as to why we're here now. Yeah. Is this a eulogy? I'm laughing, but at the same time, I feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Who said because I'm that girl? Listen, let me tell you about me being that girl, okay? If there's two things I know about myself, number one, I am my type's type. And number two, they always come back. Because Mr. Top of the Year, Mr. Heater, hold on, is he known as 45? Oh, he's known as 45 on Discord. On YouTube, he's known as the Heater Man. That Heater Man, why did he slide in my DMs 5 days ago? After the man basically ghosted me when I came back from New York. And then I had to draw him out to say, what's good with you? And he was like, yeah, you know, I'm just in a space in my time in my life where, you know, when guys give you that stupid spiel, you know, I've got a lot going on. Yeah, I have a lot going on by yourself. I'm not going to stick around for your lot going on. Then I would block him. His text would still come through. It was the most eerie thing I'd ever experienced. Every time I would block him, he would either text or call and it would come through, no problem. And I would delete the whole conversation. I would delete it from my deleted albums too. And it just kept coming through. And I was like, you know what? Maybe God wants me to have this conversation. So finally we had a conversation. And I was like, why would you entertain me knowing that I wanted a relationship? Do I remember what he said? Alexis, please help me. Or anybody who's in the Discord, please help me. What did he say? Essentially, he was like, you know, like, I knew you wanted something serious, but I didn't really let you go or something. I don't know. I don't remember. So then it was like, well, we could be probably the devil. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, because how does it keep going through? I don't know. And basically we ended it. No, we didn't end it. Sorry. In the conversation, I was like, I wouldn't have minded being a friend with you, but friendship means like no crossing the line whatsoever. And at first he had said he was cool with it. But as the conversation went on, he'd be like, so you really don't miss me? You're really not trying to, you know, like spark that old thing back? I'm not going to get into the ugly details. But I was just like, I told you, if it's just friendship, we're not crossing that line. And I mean that. Like, I mean that. He's like, you really don't miss me? And I'm like, not in that way, no. Like, once I'm done with it, I'm done with it. So then he hit me with okay, well, I guess we can't be friends then if we can't be friends with benefits. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning of this conversation, but you wanted to keep this going for some whatever reason. So this was what? Last month, a month and a half? Couldn't have been 2 months ago. So yeah, this was some time ago. So I blocked him. I forgot that he still follows me on Instagram. I'm always forgetting about the Instagrams. And it was his work Instagram too. I need to block these men's work Instagrams. That should be the first thing I do, because that's always what they default to. But anyways, he messaged me talking about, hey, how's life treating you? I hope you're good. No. You didn't care about my well-being when we were together. Don't care about it now. Man, not you were gagged. He did say that. Yeah, he did say that. Yeah, the bait and switch is weird. Yes. Where's my head looking ass? Like, where's my hug? What? Not a head job. But one thing about these guys, I am my type's type. Well, he wasn't really my type. Yeah, no, he wasn't my type. But I did say at the beginning of the year, I'm going to expand what I typically go for because clearly just going for my type is not working out. Well, expanding ain't working out either, so I'm gonna just stick to my type because at least if my type rejects me, it was worth it in the meantime. I would be heated that he tried to be the one to end it. Like, don't try to trick me. I'm the one who said no. And he's like, well, then I think that we should just be or we should not be friends. It's just foolishness. Anyways, he did care when he was feeling cold though. Oh, when I was feeling cold though, he did. He gave me that heater. That heater is up there in my little storage closet. I'm gonna keep it. Elaine building walls of boundaries. Yeah, listen. The one thing about me is I'm gonna try to practice what I preach. So if I'm saying give love a try, I'm also going to give love a try. But when it's time to stand on business, set those boundaries and cut them people off, I'm gonna do exactly that. When he sent me that message on Instagram, he was left on scene. I opened it to make sure that he saw that I saw it. And I didn't respond to make sure that he knows I'm done with you. Do not talk to me anymore. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't DM me. Leave me alone. Child, anyways. What's your type? Guys, y'all don't know what my type is? Come on. Big, black, bald, and bearded. Duh. Like, come on. Yeah, man, don't spin the block over here. Turn around. Turn around. Nobody wants you around here. Turn around. Why did I think he fixes heaters? No. He just bought me a heater when my heating stopped working, which was sweet. And I still think that at the core, he is a good man, just not the man for me. And I guess he thought I would just, I don't know. I don't know what he thought, honestly. Big like Fluffy or Jack? Fluffy, girl. I like some meat on my bones, all right? Yeah. I like a nice bald head. I like a nice full beard. I like some chocolatey skin. Yeah, that's my type. That's my type for sure. My exes don't want to leave me alone. Guys, another one said, hey, block them. Block them. Big back, big back, big back, big back. Legion also did one great act of service and looked how that turned out. You're not wrong, Joyce. You're not wrong. And I think the guys who do that, they really... I'm going to say two things. I think one, they bank on that good act holding them over for the entire relationship, but they also know who to go for. And it did work on me, but I am also working on myself. And I know that I can't just be stuck on one good gesture. You need to be a good person through and through. You need to continue being a good person. I'm not gonna get stuck on this one little gesture. Let me not belittle it like that. I'm not gonna get stuck on one gesture and now have that hold our relationship through the thick and the thin, okay? Like, we're not doing that. Thank you for the heater, that was a sweet gesture. But then what? Then what? And don't act like you care now. You should have cared when we were together. I saw this TikTok the other day. And it was this lady talking about getting flowers from her husband. And she's like, guys, isn't this so sweet? I thought so too, until I realized we're separated. And through our entire relationship, he could have gotten me flowers, but he chose not to. And he's only getting me flowers now because he's at the brink of losing me. These men are capable of doing better. These men are capable of being adequate lovers to you in the way that you want to be loved. They're choosing not to. So I'm choosing not to stick around. Okay. What'd you say? You can't be having time while I'm driving. Start at 9. The reason why I started at 6 my time is because I was trying to accommodate everybody, because the people on the far West Coast would be just getting off work and the people in the far East Coast would be just going to bed. I thought this was a good time. I guess not. I guess not. Let's keep reading these letters because I don't know how we started talking about me. We got two more. Oh. Well, you can, I know you're in the chat, the person who wrote this one, so you can say if you want to, oh, see, it's 1 a.m. Lano, you could catch the replay. You could go to bed. Oh, sweetums. Okay, so the title of the email has your names in it, so I don't know if you want me to say your names. Maybe not. Let me just skip for now. Truly, I can't please everyone. You're not you're not wrong about that. So I'm just not gonna read the names, okay? Hey Queen, love your content and your personality. Here is how my husband of 17 years met. So there's some number themes going on here. 6 months, 17 years. All right, okay. I'm not mad at it. We originally met in the recruiting office. I was going to join the Navy to be a hospital corpsman, and he was going to join the Navy SEALs. I had never done anything military related, but he had done ROTC in high school, so he was teaching all of the newbies how to do military courtesy, facing movements, and saluting. I was one of those people that he taught. I was one of those people that taught he was shipping out first. I'm just gonna read it as is. I don't know if it's a typo or if I'm just not understanding. I was one of those people that taught he was shipping out first. So his family was having a party for him and he asked me to go. He gave me his number and told me to call him so he can give me the address. I tried to call, but the number was already disconnected. I thought I was never going to see him again. Fast forward to after graduating boot camp, and now I'm in basic training. I'm in the cafeteria with my friend, and I'm trying to hear what she is saying, but I can't hear it because I hear someone yelling at the top of their lungs to fix their uniform. It was him. The first thing he told me was that I never called him, but I told him that his number was disconnected. Then he said, "Give me your number, and then I'll call you. Maybe I can show you around the base." 2 months later, we were engaged, and 2 months after that, we were married. These are some quick marriages, guys. Oh my gosh. Later found out that we have always lived in at least 20 minutes from each other when we lived in New York. I lived in Queens and he lived in Brooklyn, which is about a 20-minute drive. Both our parents moved to Florida around the same time, and we also lived about 20 minutes from each other the whole time. Our high schools played each other. Stop. I had mutual friends, but we never actually met until the recruiting station. I truly believe we were meant to meet at the right time in the recruiting office. Guys, what is with these? Yeah, I think it means thought. Yeah, I think that's what it means too. What is with these stories of like meeting at the wrong time? See, that's always my thought too. Like, I don't ever want to force it, but I think to myself, what if the people who it didn't work out with, it was just the wrong time? And I'm the bumbling idiot who's gonna be like, well, let's try it again. Sometimes, not all the time. Not all the time. You can't always spin the block on me, child. Is it stereotype if it's true? What are you talking about? Oh, military people marry quick, low key. It's a stereotype. Yeah, well, I guess. But still, that's a theme so far with all three stories. And only one of them has been a military thing. So I'm just wondering. And there's always this element of we knew each other when we were young. It didn't work out. We met again in our later years and we got married like that. Should I hit that white man up? I'm joking. He's married and his wife doesn't like me because he was torn between me and her. That's a story for another day. Yeah, no, I'm aware that the military tend to marry for benefits, but I'm just saying, so far it's been a theme that everybody's been getting married within months. So we can't say it's just a military thing. Wow. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I've met my person already. Chum. Started when we were younger, you were mine. I'm saying, bro. Military people marry quick because they don't know when their last day on earth may be. So live life to the fullest. That's also a theory for the benefits, and also I might not make it out. Hey. Can't believe they lived so close. How sweet. I know, right? Their schools even played each other. And they never knew. Okay, this is the last one we got. Oh, this one's a little lengthy. But it's okay. The rest have been short, so we got time. The name again is in the title, so I don't know if I should say it, but it says Miss Girl and the Love of My Life, How We Met. So to start off, I'll say it now. It was the winter of 2021. Oh, this is fresh. When I location catfished the love of my life. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. One thing about me, if I'm on Hinge, I'm definitely not saying I'm from Edmonton. One, because the men here don't entice me. And two, how am I going to go for my type if they're all in the States? I need to put my location in the States, and I have a passport. I have plenty of empty pages. You better stamp that book. Ain't nothing wrong with a location catfish. You're all right with me. I was living with my mom, my dad, and two younger sisters in Las Vegas, Nevada. I had only had 2 relationships prior to meeting the love of my life. But up to this point, I hadn't been in a relationship since summer of 2019 for healing. When I finally was ready to meet people, of course, that's when COVID hit. And that's also when I wanted to really dive into dating. That's why I met these crazy people. I blame the pandemic. It's not me. I wasn't crazy. I was living in crazy circumstances. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. So for that spring 2020, because I worked in a hospital directly with people and not considered essential, I wasn't able to go to work at first. When I did, my employer had changed my role in order to bring me back full time, where before I was working indoors for my job duties. I was outside in the peak of the Vegas summer. Sorry, your guys' comments are distracting me. In the Vegas summer. So yes, I was back outside again, but between work, home, and pandemic era, Vegas still not being the laxest of places to go and find a third space to meet new people, I tried to meet people on OkCupid. To get out the house, not OkCupid, y'all. That place works. That worked for you? Probably not now. I feel like when dating apps were still kind of fresh, people had more success. But now it's just a lot of sex-driven, crazy men. But okay, OkCupid worked for you. I love that. Las Vegas is not a place for looking for love and a long-term relationship as a woman. If you want to have a one-night stand or have an open relationship, then Vegas is your place. Now, if you actually want a steady, solid relationship with somebody who actually is going to give a F about you, it's most likely not going to come from somebody that lives off of Flamingo Road. This was my realization after a year of looking in the Vegas surrounding area dating pool, pulling only matches that were getting rotated to my view again because they lived in the area, even if I had unmatched, or people who were just visiting Vegas for the reasons that brought them in. I hadn't met up with a single date. And not for a lack of trying, but due to some combination of a ghosting, mosting, what's mosting? I don't know. Ghosting, mosting, loss of interest on either side, some other fourth thing, and maybe it's me. I have standards of aesthetics, and I had standards of aesthetics that did disqualify some people who tried to start a relationship that I wouldn't have felt right entering into if it was only for sufficing their happiness. Mercy, you're a no-nonsense babe. Most messages I got were just to tell me I was cute and or that I wrote a lot in the About Me section, which is true. I answered everything very thoroughly. I hadn't even informed my family that I was trying online dating up to that point because nothing from the conversations I was having with people at that time were serious enough. Because to be real, I didn't drive back then, didn't have a license, and living at home with my family, so any date I had with someone needed to at least come pick me up from my family house as a condition of meeting. You couldn't take an Uber? Oh, were people Ubering then? Yeah, with the masks and the shield and stuff. Girl, don't be bringing these people to your home with your family. You'll wind up. Where am I? I did put that in my profile that I lived with my parents and that meeting them would have to be the first step if you wanted to hang, because that's just how my family is. No judgment. No judgment. Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that? Okay, I mean, that's how your family does things. So, shout out to your family. That might have disqualified anybody who even thought about trying to message me at all and saw that as a warning, but then made worse by the people who did it seem like it was worth coming out to meet, only to never hear from them again. Finally, I figured something out in the settings of OkCupid. Back then, I'm not sure if you could. Back then, I'm not sure if things might be different now. You could change the zip code of where you're from, so to get matches from that area. And so I switched my zip code to a couple different US states and countries. I only changed locations if I didn't care for the messages I was getting. I did this for another couple months, choosing based on places I'd want to visit if I met someone from there. Eventually, I switched my location to Seattle, Washington, because I had some friends up there, and if nothing worked out with whoever I met, I could at least visit them. I like the way you think. When I first matched with the love of my life on OkCupid, he messaged me first thinking I was near him, and he was based in Tacoma. Again, I wrote a lot in my About Me as to give a bunch of topics of discussion. So when his message was, "We have a lot in common," I was hopeful. We got to talking, and after a week of back and forth banter, quick responses, and overall good vibes, I gave him my social media so we could go off of the dating app. I didn't want to give my number out just yet, but okay, so you're hesitant of giving your number, but these people gotta meet your parents on the first date. No judgment. No judgment. I'm sorry. But I didn't want to keep the false hope for everyone else that was messaging that I was still interested. Because up to this point, no one's chat and energy was promising for a lasting relationship. It was only until we moved to socials that I told him I actually lived in Vegas, but he was cool with it and he said he still wanted to meet me. I recommended he stay at a resort I worked at the time, because I figured if anything happened and it turned out to be too good to be true, there was at least a lot of cameras on the property. Again, like the way you think. I planned some activities for us to do, and he had some places he wanted to see while he was there, so we had an itinerary set to go. And he came to visit within a month's time. All right, man on a mission. We planned to meet the week before Christmas. He sent flowers from the local florist to my workplace the week before he came down. Oh, that's cute. And my coworkers were clowning me, thinking I had done it as a joke. When he did come in after getting his rental, he immediately came over to the house and met my family. Yup. They all loved him, except my sister. Oh, except my sisters have a problem with his star sign. Since he's a Capricorn and I'm a Leo, but I try my hardest not to let astrology reassure all of my relationships. Yeah, don't do that. And the time spent together took up the whole afternoon. When we finally separated from my family, he and I spent the rest of the time in Vegas checking out sites. I enjoyed it because he was a Vegas transplant. No. I enjoyed it because as a Vegas transplant, but as someone who worked on the Strip, I didn't really sightsee the city until we met. You have to understand the traffic in Vegas makes you prioritize going in for what you need to do and get out as quick as possible. Otherwise, you're in some combination of interacting with insert drunk Californians slash tourists that missed their turn, people who don't know how to drive. It's the real inspiration of Grand Theft Auto and my main reason for not feeling comfortable driving. Thankfully, he's a decent driver and considered it an adventure to run around all up and down the town with me, which made it one of the greatest times of my life so far. At the end of his stay, we made ourselves officially exclusive as boyfriend and girlfriend. Child, after a month. Oh, I mean, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. At the end of his stay, we made ourselves officially exclusive as boyfriend and girlfriend, but he still had to go back to Washington. So we still kept in contact, video calling and texting every day, only to get a visit, only got to visit each other 3 other times for the course of 2022. The first visit was in February around Valentine's to meet him and his family. On that trip, he gifted me a promise ring. If you've been here for a long time, you know how I feel about promise rings, child. But love that for you. He gifted me a promise ring and said, it's for sure one of 3. I'll get a proper proposal. All right. He spent months searching for his first home to purchase with the intention of me moving up there when I financially could, finally becoming a homeowner in May. Yo, y'all aren't playing around. Okay. Yeah, Empress, you were the first letter. Sorry, babes, you missed it. It was a great story, though. We liked it. Where am I? Then we were supposed to meet in Vegas again that June. A few days before he was supposed to come down, though, he got hurt at his workplace. He works in the lumber industry and got his middle finger caught between 2 pieces of wood, and it swelled up so bad internally, it split. It got swollen up so bad internally and split to the top of the bone itself. Oh my gosh. We had to figure out everything last second to switch it so that instead of him visiting me, I visited him. Thankfully, it was just under the window when things were going to be non-refundable, so I was able to see him in our new house. You're already saying our house, Wow. The house is a fixer-upper, but it's ours, and we're saving towards renovations. Last time we met up, I had an all-expense-paid work training trip that sent me out to Orlando for a week. And he met up with me midway, I'm gonna skip that word, so we could go to Universal Studios, which was both of our first time going. He came out to visit me the next month in Vegas for Thanksgiving, and that same weekend, Black Friday, and mostly horrible holiday people traveling, was when I moved up to Washington. Okay, I think I'm following. Ever since we've been living together, it still feels like a honeymoon phase. We've planned it out. Is something wrong with me? I can't read today. We've planned out a timeline and have set summer 2026 as our wedding aim, going to be in Vegas for sure. We've knocked out some home renovations already off the agenda, but we have a good while to go. I keep recommending we try out a game show to get the money quickly. Also, I like the way you think. Like, yo, come on now. You're on a mission too. Especially after taxes, anything we'd win would be a nice chunk of change. But his hustle mindset has left us going into business for ourselves, and soon we'll be selling 3D printer molds and accessories. Shout out y'all. We have a business license and a website. We're just trying to get a workspace set up going as part of our home renovations. He put in a job recommendation for a desk job at the lumber yard he works for. And I've been working since August 2023, making almost twice as much as I did in Vegas. Shout out you. Of course, it's 2024 and everyone's broke, but we're all still pretending inflation isn't getting to us. Who are you telling? Okay. Hey, money is still money at the moment. So until our business is considered liquid enough to leave, we're both making it work. I love that man with my whole heart. His heart, mindset, and passion, coupled with the fact that he's so freaking cute and loves me enough to love me and my flaws. I'm just thankful every day of his constant support and presence in my life. I genuinely don't know if I knew what love felt like before I met him. Stop. And if something were to happen between us, barring something drastic like cheating, which I just don't see happening, I don't think I'd love someone for real again. Oh, rip my heart out. So cute. I respect what we have, which I think is the most important thing to have in any relationship. And my only hang up is that I wish I met him sooner. Stop. That is so cute. Some of the things there had me going, but that is so cute. Oh, not me getting teary-eyed. I love that. What else we got here? This story sounds like what I want. Proper relationship, promise of marriage. I love it. Listen. We really did get there in the end because there were some moments I was concerned. Not go on Love Island, free wedding and vacation. Don't kill me. We do love a happy ending. Are you guys kidding? Like, at first, I kind of was with your friends. When your friends were thinking you have a lot of stipulations and don't know how that's going to work for you. But this just goes to prove you stick to your standards no matter what people say. Because when you find that person that meets your standards, you can stand tall and say, I never settled. Yes. You know what people tell me that I need to do? I need to be okay with these coffee dates and I need to, what else did they say? Let me tell you about these coffee dates. I'm not pulling up for coffee. I'm not dressing myself up, psyching myself up the whole day for coffee. If coffee works for you, I love that for you. It doesn't work for me. And I refuse. Okay? Meeting up at your house, not doing it. I don't care if you are, who's a fine man? Method Man. That's a lie. I'd pull up to Method Man's house. But you get what I'm saying. Okay. Like there's just certain things I'm not compromising on. And I know that that's what people do these days. Like guys will say, oh, let's just go for a drive. And people actually get dressed up to go into this stranger's car and have this car date be their first date. Hell no. Hell no. Coffee? Hell no. I'm dressing up. I'm putting on a face and you're taking me out to dinner. And after dinner, I'm going home. Unless you have something else planned that does not resort to me being at your house. Other than that, I'm going home. You can call me good night and you can call me again in the morning and we can do it all over again. But I'm not coming to your house and I'm not meeting you for coffee. Not the first time. Chris Brown? Ain't nobody pulling up for no Chris Brown. Are you crazy? You went to hookah for a first date? Well, let me not judge. How did that go? Maybe it worked out for you. Method Man, Queen is a true millennial. Have you seen that man? Aging like fine wine. That man is fine. That man is fine. And you know what I like even more than a full beard? A full beard with salt and pepper. A salt and pepper beard? I love it. Yeah, I don't want to be a settler. I hate coffee dates. It's an hour. It's an hour, you freaking weirdo. Why do you keep checking for the time? I swear it's this weird like audition process, and I know that that's what dating is, but I want somebody who's a little bit more intentional. And coffee to me just seems so minimal effort, and I I plan on being at my optimal level when I go on a date with somebody. So the fact that you are barely even trying, and I've been on a date with somebody who thought we were just gonna hang out at the food court. There was some kind of weird miscommunication. This was New Year's Eve, like New Year's Eve that just passed. There was some kind of miscommunication. I thought we were going at the restaurant. He thought we were going to a food court. Madness. He pulled up in basically his like work gear, and he wasn't coming from work. He was coming from home. And then I learned that his home was across the street. I'm not like I'm not coming out of my house for a man who barely tries. I'm not doing it. And if I have to wait, I'm gonna wait. And if my man never comes, I'm cool with that. I'm living a blessed life. I am living a blessed life. Settle for what? Okay. You heard of the 19-year-old who went to her date's house for a first date and he unalived her? And that's not even to say that going to somebody's house for the first date is not going to be successful, but I don't want to put my life at risk like that. I really don't. And then I had one guy had the audacity to tell me, you know, we can rent a movie. I'm going to cook you dinner. I'm going to buy some wine. I'm going to whatever. And I was like, well, why don't we just meet out in public? He's like, okay, well, we can then do coffee. The amount of money you were going to spend to curate this romantic evening at your house is probably going to be more expensive than just going out for dinner. Because the most I've ever spent on myself on a date, well, I didn't spend it, they paid. But the most a man has ever had to pay for me out on a date for dinner is like $30 Canadian, which US dollars, that's like what, $22? Be for real. Ciao. It's like a job interview. I hate it. I hate it. Truly, why is intentionality so rare? I don't know. I don't know. And you know what sucks about it? As long as there are people who are going to accept the bare minimum, they're going to keep offering the bare minimum because somebody out there is going to be okay with it. I'll go on a coffee date if there's a little, if they a little schmedium. What do you mean, like schmedium ugly? I really don't know how it's gonna go or if the vibes will really be there. I mean, that's true. That's true. And I think coffee works for people who love a cafe vibe, who love a coffee vibe. I hate cafes. I feel like they smell like nursing homes. And then I don't drink coffee. And I like tea, but not enough to be excited to meet you over. Like, it's not for me. It's not for me. But for the people it works for, I love that for you. What if it's coffee plus a walk or coffee plus a cheap museum? I hate museums. I hate museums. Like, they are so lazy. Oh my gosh. So lazy. I can't. Did you continue the date? I did. Because once he realized we weren't on the same page, he was apologizing profusely and he ended up meeting me at the restaurant that I was already at, and we had the dinner or whatever. You're gonna have to check my vlog because I don't remember all the details of this date, my New Year's vlog on my second channel. But basically he just kept being like, do you find me attractive? Do you want to go on a second date with me? Why haven't you held my hand? Why haven't you told me you like me? Tell me why you don't like me. At the end of the night, I need to know why you don't like me. Are you okay? Have some confidence, sir. Goodness sakes. And even if I did find you attractive, this self-loathing thing is definitely going to remove all of that. Good Lord. It was, ugh. I do so much alone. I don't know how to function on a date these days. My tolerance is so low. I feel you. The longer I'm single, the more I'm like, maybe this is just my destiny because I don't know how to bring somebody into my life at this point. I'm telling you, dates are potential true crime scenarios, and I don't want to see you on a true crime talk. Stay safe, beauties and gents. And this is why I like to meet people in a public place. I'm not pulling up to your home. I'm not coming to your car. We're not going for a walk. No. Am I in Los Angeles? I'm in Canada, baby. If you're talking to me. See, even an active date is better. LOL. What is with the coffee in What is the coffee in Canada made with? Sewer water. Why do they smell like old people? It's not that the coffee smells like old people. It's just naturally I don't like the smell of coffee unless it's coffee crisp candy bar. I like the coffee crisp candy bar. So that with a mix of like the cafes that have the books. That's why I also don't like libraries. I feel like they smell like nursing homes. Like I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Just don't like it. Yeah. Anyways. I hate being out for too long. Yeah. I would do a pottery date. See, that's cute. That's cute. I would do a pottery date. I would do anything that seems a little intentional. And what I've realized is it's a culmination of things. So I'm not just going to rag on coffee dates specifically, but sometimes it'll be a coffee place that's around the corner from his home. And I've also noticed that these guys who pick dates near their house have ill intentions for me. That was the thing with Clifford. That was the thing with the guy on New Year's. Like they don't care enough to really put in that effort. You realize that I'm coming from across town and you want to pick a place that you could walk across the street to? And I'm getting dolled up, I'm looking cute, I'm on my best behavior, and you look like you've come out of a 12-hour shift. When in fact you've been at home all day. No. At least with a dinner date, there's some illusion that they tried. Because you have to dress some kind of way to even be allowed into the restaurant. And that's not even like a super expensive restaurant. Something as simple as Moxie's. I don't know what the equivalent of Moxie's would be to the Americans, but in Canada, Moxie's is like your mid-level tier restaurant. It's not fast food chain. It's not super high end. So you can't just show up looking like a schlub, but you gotta look a little, at least if we're pulling up to a restaurant, I know there was a certain level of effort put in. But yeah. Do I like botanical gardens? I could do botanical garden. The last time I went on a coffee date, I left without my coffee. I was trying the whole bathroom spiel. He asked why I was going to the bathroom with my coffee. Don't kill me. Not you were trying to dine and dash. That's crazy. I wanted a date to a baseball game and it was a while. LOL. Never again. Took long when you're not vibing. Yeah, too long when you're not vibing. Short dinner is fine. I hear that. Because how do you get out of that like awkward, I'm not really feeling you, but we've got to sit here for like 2 more hours. Crazy. This idiot tricked me out of a good time and I thought to myself, here, have my coffee too. Why don't you? Don't kill me. Yes, I am from Canada, if you mean that's where I live. If you're asking me where I'm from Zimbabwe. I was born there too. I'm not just, it's not just my heritage. My brother's calling me real quick. Hold on. You gotta make it fast. I'm alive.
Real fast. Yo, when we go to Europe, can I come to your house and then you drive me to the airport?
Yeah.
And then can you pick us up from the airport and go home? That would be a great call. So I appreciate you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, baseball game does kind of seem like a trap, but at least it's something, You thought I was American? Yeah, a lot of people do. Even Canadians do. Even my mom does. But I'm like, girl, how else are we supposed to learn English? We learned it from American television. But isn't going for a whole sit-down meal with a stranger scary? I would prefer something short and sweet in case they were a serial killer. Again, I think it's up to preference. So when I say like minimal effort, I'm not saying specifically coffee dates are minimal effort, but you can just tell when somebody's trying to be intentional and when somebody else is just trying to squeeze in as many dates as possible. That's another thing too. A lot of guys will do the cheap date because they've got about a handful, I was gonna give a number, but let me just say a handful of dates scheduled within that same week. You can just tell the guys who are just trying to squeeze you in the time slot and have this revolving door of auditions. No. I matched with a guy this morning and he'll talk about, trying to see me tonight because he's doing the same thing with a girl tomorrow and a girl the day after that. No. What other dates are cute to me? We can go to a comedy show We can, actually, a comedy show would actually be cute. I would like that. We can do roller skating or ice skating. I don't mind dinner and a movie. Even though the movie for some people is kind of like, but you can't really talk. I would assume that I would have been talking to this person before the date. Like I'm not going into a date without some kind of assurance that I like you for real, for real. So that's why the movie works for me, because I would have already been talking to you for a little bit. What other date is cute? I'm trying to even think of a date that I have been on that I liked, which hasn't been many dates. I've been on, how many dates have I been on? All my dates have been in a restaurant. Because I'm standing on business. If you're not taking me out to dinner, I'm not coming out with you. If you're not taking me out to dinner, I'm not coming out with you. We got to show men how to treat us. Be an example. There is Auntie... these are auntie-isms. Child, I was like, what is that? Yes, those are auntie-isms. It's just words to live by. You have to show people how to treat you. Friendships, partners, co-worker, like anything. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bro, AD went to Matt's house to make Clay jealous and it made her look crazy. See now? Mini golf. I don't know if mini golf is for me, but I think I would find it cute depending on how he would conduct himself on the date. If he's more in this like, let me teach you, how to golf, let me riz you up kind of thing, cool. If it turns into this like weird, like competitive, I'm actually the best mini golfer in all of Alberta, and I didn't even want to be here in the first place, and you're not making me feel comfortable, so I'm just gonna go home. So yeah, arcades. I'm cool with an arcade. I'm cool with us doing games and stuff, but again, you have to be like sweet and gentle with me, not too competitive the first time, because then I'm not feeling comfortable, This is a very niche one. If you know, you know. The gun range. If you know, you know. Laser tag. I don't know about laser tag. I would do bowling. I'll do bowling. Queen, you are beautiful, by the way. I love watching you barefaced, and it makes me appreciate natural beauty when most YouTubers. Why are the other YouTubers catching strays? Why? Wait. Why? Why are the other YouTubers catching strays? I don't put makeup on because I can't be bothered. When I put makeup on, honey, I put that ish on. Them lashes are so big, you think I'm about to fly away. But thank you. I do appreciate you saying that I'm naturally beautiful. But I do be putting that makeup on. Just not on YouTube because I don't care that much. Honestly, I'd rather do activity dates like paintball or throwing axes, playing pool. Okay. If I knew how to play pool, I might do that. Ooh, festivals. Baby, I am sensitive. And you know what's crazy? People don't think that I am. And let me tell you how sensitive I am. There was this one guy, and we had talked for maybe 2 weeks or something. And then it fizzled out for whatever reason. And then I just never spoke to him again. He messaged me again because, like I said, I am my type's type, and they always come back. Always. So he messaged me again, and he was like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, what do you need? And he's like, yeah, well, you were just a really nice person. I felt like we should try something again. You never know what happens. So I was like, okay, whatever, fine. The next day he called me during work, and he said, hey, ugly. And I don't know who you be talking to, but you can't say stuff like that to me, even as a joke. No. You see what I'm saying? I would have cried. Yeah. You can't say stuff like that to me. No. This is also why I can't date Jamaican men. Because Jamaican men say stuff that is supposed to be endearing, but because I'm sensitive, I'm gonna take it as an insult. We can't do it. To the left, to the left. Why do they think hey ugly and hey big head? It's funny, I don't know. Because I'm telling you, they say this stuff because it works on someone. It has worked on enough people for them to want to try it with everybody. I'm a sensitive girl. I'm a sensitive girly. I know I don't seem like it, and my stature doesn't help too. Because I am tall and I am a bigger woman, I think people just assume that I'm tough, and I can be. Don't get me wrong. I can be. But when it comes to somebody who I see romantically, you have to treat me like a baby bird. I'm sorry, I don't care. You have to handle me like a baby bird. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Okay? You have to be real nice to me. That's what I'm saying. Let me try to say it in the accent. Hey, yo, tick neck. What go on, Goody? That was so bad. But Goody is cute. Goody is cute. Fluffy is cute. But some things that they say, I'm like, I don't know. If you're saying I have a thick neck, depending on the day, I might take that as an insult. I don't know. I just can't do it. I'm not tough. I'm fluff. No, seriously. I'm fluff. Don't do it. And the only reason why when I try to flirt, my failed attempt at flirting, like I told y'all, the only reason why I'm kind of like rough with my flirting is it's just because I'm awkward. It's not because I want to be rough with you. Like I really don't want to be rough. I was raised with boys. That's all I know. So sometimes I be rough when I'm awkward. But once I like you for real, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Yeah. I'm just a girl. You'd be surprised, Erica. You would be surprised. Listen. Okay? You gotta handle me with care. I'm just a baby girl. Don't speak rough to me. It's not gonna work. I will run for my life. You'll never see me again. I dated someone that always said, hey, girly, and it turned me off. Oh, why? That's bad? Hey, girly? Would that annoy me? Hey, girly. Hey, girly. This just goes to show that we are all different people. There are some things that'll work for some and some things that won't work for others. Talk to me nice, man. That's all I need. Talk to me nice. Oh, okay. So this is a trend. Y'all don't like girly. Oh, I didn't know. Maybe I'll have to have it said to me for me to really deep whether or not that would turn me off. I don't know. What's my type? Guys, let Caroline know what my type is. Listen, and my type is kind of hard to come by in this country, which is why I match a lot of the times with men in the States. Because I'm tired of these Canadian men, man. We can't do it. What's my sign? Rick Ross is crazy. I think I'm a Sagittarius. I think so. I don't really be up on those things, you know. It happened to me too. I was so confused on how to answer, so I didn't respond. And we were in the metro, and everybody starts looking at him. Fun fact, we used to work together, and a white lady said to me, we can go. Blondie, baby, you lost me. You lost me. Don't get scammed by these American men. I mean, I'm yet to be scammed. Oh, to HR. Oh, well, hey. Yeah. I'm yet to be scammed. But yeah, I like the American, I like the Southern hospitality that the men that I've encountered with have. And I like the aesthetic. Like the true, like big black bottom bearded man. They're from the States. Canada, we don't have that. We don't have that. We don't. Yeah. What if you date a guy that tickled his guy friends? I love that they can be that comfortable with each other, but interesting. Do I find Jeezy attractive? I mean, sans the problematic behavior. Yeah. He's short though. He's a short king. So, yeah, if he was a little bit taller. Yeah. Honestly, the only place that has that I could also think of is Atlanta. And in Atlanta, I had a great time. What? The men? I mean, I know 1 in 3, all right, is not into me, but the men in Georgia are beautiful. Where else have I been? When I was in San Antonio, and I need to go back. Because when I went, I was freshly 19. I was too young to fully embrace what was happening. But those men, beautiful men. There was even a police officer that was trying to mac, and I was like, sir, you are on the job. You need to stop. Or maybe he wasn't flirting with me, because you guys know I can't really tell when that's happening. But yeah, the men in San Antonio, yeah. I liked it. Warning, don't come here to New Orleans. The accent and swag will get you caught up. My friend a month ago asked me if we wanted to go to Mardi Gras next year. Don't tell me that. I was fully ready to indulge. If I'm single by then, who knows? Maybe I won't be. I was fully ready to indulge. I'm gonna get scammed. Sad face. Really? I live in San Antonio, Queen. What year was this, you say? Because cough, cough, dry. I will say it was pre-pandemic. And I know that the pandemic has scrambled a lot of our minds, and we are not the same. Yeah, we are not the same. I should still come? All right, now. I'm going. It's in the works. It's in the works. Yeah, I don't think I'm going back to Atlanta, but that's just because I didn't enjoy Atlanta the way that I thought I would, but the men were still beautiful. Damn, it sounds like Canadian men are really struggling. Canadian women are struggling. We are struggling. Oh my gosh. Where in Cali are you visiting? Are you hitting up the apps? When is the show? July 19th, I think the show is. So around those times. Don't know. Oh, Los Angeles. Don't know where in LA, and even if I did, I probably shouldn't say. But yeah. Did I enjoy Houston as much as San Antonio? I think my perception is a little bit skewed because, like I said, I was about 19 when I was in San Antonio, and then I was 27 when I went to Houston. So my demeanor, my disposition was completely different as a 19-year-old. Everything was exciting. So did I have a better time in my memory? Yes, but it could be because I was 19. Now at 27, I want to experience San Antonio again to see if I will have that same excitement, because I had a great time. And San Antonio is so beautiful. That little river under the town, loved it. It was so great. Be careful of those SoCal. You guys are telling me to be careful of everything. Like at this point, where's the space for enjoyment? Oh my gosh. My partner is actually from Toronto, and that's my boo. We locked in. Well, Maya, you got one of the good ones, because let me tell you, ask the girls on Toronto TikTok how they're doing. And also, where are you from? Because that's a good question. Where are you from? Because let me tell you, these Toronto men will act different from a girl who's not from the area. I can enjoy, but be careful. Okay, I'll be careful. I'll be careful. Were your parents away from your real parents? Huh? Oh, we're. I'm dumb. Were your parents away from your real parents? We want the best for you. Don't kill me. See, you're from Houston. That makes complete sense. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. Caravana weekend, for people who don't know what Caravana is, it's basically like Trinidad, Grenadian, Jamaican festival, what you would think there, but the Canadian version in Toronto. When all these international people come in for Caravana, you see different men. The men you've been seeing all year long, all of a sudden are totally different on Caravana weekend because there's now these international people and everybody's acting different. Everybody's acting different. But here's the thing. Here's what I say when it comes to dating. I think that we have proximity fatigue. I think that we are tired of the people that we're constantly around. And I completely understand it because when I go to the States, I feel refreshed. But the ladies in those states are like, no, we hate these men. And I'm like, try a different area. Try a different place. We're tired of seeing the same people, the same antics, the same, spread your wings. When I first went to Toronto, it was refreshing. But the longer I lived there, I started to hate the men. Hate, I use hate loosely, obviously. I started to hate it. But when I visit certain states, I'm like, oh, this is great. Oh, this is great. I love that. Laughs and living in Australia. I wonder if it's any better over there, child. I love an Australian accent, let me tell you. Whew. That'll get your girl going. I want the worst for you. Okay. Anyways, child, that's all I have today. We've been on here for a long periodically time. It's been an hour and almost 40. It's been an hour and 40 minutes that we've been live. I ain't got nothing else to say. This just turned into Elaine's hectic dating life. Live. So what do y'all want to talk about before I go? I will leave at 8 o'clock, so we got 22 minutes. Must be true because as a Canadian girly child, I'm tired of these Canadian men. I'm telling you, spread your wings. Spread your wings. Ready for Love Island? I'm always ready for Love Island, okay? That check needs to clear. The rent needs to be paid, okay? Thank you, Southern Belle. Thank you so much. They say Alaska got lots of men. What kind of men? I don't think they got the kind of men that I'm looking for. A real life Issa, do you think I'm like Issa? Am I that awkward? Broken pussy. Regular. I'm like Issa D. But if you fall in love, would you be willing to move to the state? Oh, Roro, were you not here earlier when I was willing to move to South Africa? The States is no biggie. The States is just a hop and a skip in comparison. All right. Have you been to London? I have been to London, but again, this is when I was younger. So this is why I was excited to go again as a full adult. But that trip has been postponed until whenever. I don't really have a date for y'all yet. But I do plan on going at some point. Queen E, can we be friends? I live in Calgary. Come on, Quack. Yeah, man. I don't know who's going to Calgary, though, but you can come to Edmonton. Your dating life is messy, but like in a main character kind of way. Thanks. My dating life, honestly, is not that messy. This is all guys that I've just like talked to. I wouldn't consider them men that I've dated. Men that I've dated. Two. I would only count 2 men that I've dated. The one was at the top of this year, and the other one was when I was living in Montreal. Outside of that, I wouldn't consider these guys men that I've dated. But yeah, it does sound hectic, doesn't it? Girl, what? I gotta get on the replay to see what I missed. Yeah, man. I would move to South Africa. You talking about the States? The States is light work. The States is no problem. Where is this lock that is just there it is. Yeah, States is nothing. Yes, I am from Africa. I am Zimbabwean. But I am fully Canadian at this point, so it would still be a culture shock. I left Zimbabwe when I was 4 years old. So moving back to Africa would still be, yeah, it would still be whoa. Alexis wants space to bury them as a full-time Black Widow. What is happening in the chat? Clearly I missed something. Why are you burying people? What's happening? Zana, you do not want a man from Alaska. Be for real. Like, you live in Trinidad. Come on. You're trying to leave Trinidad? Seriously? No, ma'am. Also, my friend and I, my travel friend, who you guys see when I travel with, if you guys are like on my Instagram and stuff, we plan on going to Trinidad Carnival next year. Have I been saying festival? I've been meaning to say carnival. I meant carnival. But we went to Trinidad, was it last? Yeah, we were in Trinidad last year and we had just missed carnival. And we told ourselves, next year we're going to carnival. That didn't happen. But next year, we're going to carnival. We're going to carnival. Every main character says 2. Not on following the trope. Every main character says 2, but if you were to go through the emotional history, not hectic, but there's something there. That's true. That is true. I've been emotionally attached to plenty of men. Plenty of men. But as for dating, 2. Just 2. Just 2. You're gonna dress up for it? I need to lose about a good 50 pounds. If I lose a good 50 pounds, I'll play mass. And if I play mass, watch out for your girl. Okay. Shaking my nyash. To the people who don't know that side of me, I'll be shaking my nyash. Okay? Yeah. You all can join the band. We would look into that. Yeah, man. Looks like a 48-hour episode in this chat. No, seriously, like, why are we burying people? Like, what's going on? What's going on? The festival gonna get what you give, and you are giving. Period. Thank you. What would your color be? Don't you have to follow the theme of who else you're playing mass with? If not, purple or yellow. Yellow looks so good on my skin. But purple looks good on my skin too. Let me look at my bikini photos and see which one I like the best, and maybe I'll just follow that. Hold on, give me a second. Which bikini do I like most? Oh, I like this orange one. Can you guys see this? Not really. Child. Dang, you really can't see. Anyways, I was wearing an orange and blue bikini. And I really like that one. What else do I have? Green, like a neon green. That looks nice. I have a pink one too. Very vibrant colors. That's the point. That's the point. See, but yellow looks good on my skin too. Can you guys see this? Oh, frick. You're telling me to put the camera close on the camera's all the way over there. I'm not getting up over there. Well, sorry. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see it. It's on my Instagram. Yeah, that's what I thought. The color depends on the band, so I can't really just pick a color. Yeah. You got a nyash to shake, girly? I'm here to see. Not you're here to see, and no, I ain't got a nyash to shake. Um, I ain't got a nyash to shake, child. But I can shake some. Why was I about to show y'all me twerking? No. No. I posted it once on Instagram. If you saw it, you saw it. If you didn't, you didn't. I know you don't have Instagram, Alexis. I'm so sorry. Nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. I make myself laugh. I'm an Afro-American. I don't know nothing about carnival. Listen, I'm a catfish with a nyash, okay? There's certain outfits that I know will make it seem like I got something going on, and I definitely don't. I definitely do not. I definitely do not. Actually, didn't I post that once on my... Anyways, child. I'm trying to grow my nyash. How can I do? Please don't say eat. A lot of protein. And they say RDLs help with that. Obviously squats, but do some RDLs. Do some, what's that one where you have the weight here on your waist and you're doing like a pelvic raise thing? That works too, especially the top part of your bum. That's how people get that shelf situation. If mine grows, I'll give you more tips, but until then, I'm useless. I can't help you. Hip thrust, there we go. You can have some of mine. I want to be a skinny girl. Listen, pass it over. Actually, I don't even want anything from anyone else. I want to reconfigure what I already got going on. For all I care, you can take what's at the top. You could take this. I don't want this. I want that. I want a dumpy. Dump the boobs, get the butt. Oh my gosh. Bulgarian squats work too. Oh my gosh. How did we get here? What is this conversation, guys? This is like throwback to when I used to go live and we would talk about absolutely nothing for like 2 hours. What a throwback. What a throwback. It's great. Bunda. Give me the bunda. Give me the nyash. Give me the bati. Okay. That's what I need. Mine is just flat and I am crazy. I need help. Ooh, but shout out to my parts though. My parts are parting. Okay, my parts are parting. Monday lives were goated. They were. We went through a lot with these Monday lives. Did a Monday live for my car when I was homeless. I did a Monday live after a car crash when I was supposed to beat that man. And then God was telling, what did I say about God pushing me out? I knew I should have stopped talking to cupcakes when God literally let me get into a car accident on my way to go meet up with him. What else have we gone live? I don't know. We've talked about a lot of stuff on live, child. Who do I watch on YouTube? I watch my other review sisters, Chloe, Tammy, Roxy. I also watch Campire. I watch the Grimwade family. I feel like that is my actual family. They're this UK family, and they're an interracial couple. They have 7 kids. I feel like these kids are my kids. Like, I've watched them grow up. It's the craziest thing. Who else do I watch on YouTube? Miss Jamima, love. I'm trying to think. There's some people who like I used to watch way back in the day, but I don't really watch them as much anymore. Like Arnell, Armand, Alyssa Ashley, Jackie Aina, Tierra Monet. But yeah, I watch a lot of people. I know, they're such good dancers. But yeah, I love like family vlog type stuff. I actually don't watch as many review channels as you would think. because I too am a reviewer and I feel like it just gets over concentrated. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through my subscriptions right now. Really quickly here. I have, let's do from A to Z. Adiola Patron, Alyssa Ashley, All Things Adrian, Arnell Armand, As Is, Audrey French, Bailey Daly, Belief in Followhood, Bella Worldwide. Some of these people are like my friends. Let me skip my friends. Cinderella OG, The Cut, Daniel Schiffer. He's this amazing video editor. And it's not like I would ever do the type of cinematic video editing that he does, but I just like learning. Even if it's something I will never use, I just like learning. Who else do I have on here? I'm subscribed to Foot Asylum, Hanging with the Hamiltons, How Married Are You podcast. I watch a lot of podcasts. Jarvis Johnson, I love him. Josh and Issa, love them. I'm just skipping a lot of people because I feel like, oh, Mel and Mo, cute interracial couple, love them too. Nikki Tutorials. Wow, I follow a lot of my friends. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Anyways, child. Ooh, Steph Anya. Love Steph Anya. I see those UK channels. Listen, I'm a UK. Listen. I keep telling my dad, you messed up bringing us to Canada because I was meant to be raised in the UK. So when my dad was younger, he used to go to school all over the place. He went to school in France. He went to school in the UK. He went to school in Algeria. He went to school like all over the world. Just before he married my mother, he was in the UK. Married my mom, had them damn kids, and came to Canada. I love me UK. I love me some UK, okay? I got Chunks and Philly up in here. I got Adiola Patron. I got Miriam Musa. Like all them people. Nella Rose. Like I love them. I love Will Njovu. Like I love my UK people. Yewande Biala. Are you kidding? Jarvis is kind of... okay. Not my type of personality, but he kind of, you know. Yeah. One Day. It was called One Day. The Netflix series. Steph Anya, love her breakdowns as a therapist. Yes. And you know what's funny? Ooh, this girl tried to send me the other day, and I was like, you're lucky I love the Lord because I have every potential to be petty. But basically, she was trying to tell me that I need to keep it professional. And I'm thinking to myself, when have I ever made it seem like this channel is professional? This channel is not professional whatsoever. Do I have a psychology background? Absolutely. But don't take anything I say as if you're listening to a psychologist. If you want that, go to somebody like Steph Anya. She's really breaking it down. She is a licensed marriage and family therapist. She's a licensed marriage and family therapist. If you want professionalism, go to her. If you want banter, come to me with just a little bit of psychology talk here and there. But, yes, I do watch Annie Drea as well. Hey, Nafisa, long time. How are you, babes? But if you stayed in the UK, you might have never been born. Pish posh. Meant to be raised in the UK, but a love for thick country boys. That's not, you can't have both. Who says I can't? Who says I can't? And them kids is me. He had them damn kids, and I'm one of them. One of three. And basically, Lyndon and Toronto are the same. Who told you that? Who told you that? They are not. Y'all, let me read to you what this lady tried to... Okay. So I will say, I try not to make it a habit to come for people's appearance. I know. It's not because I don't think these things. It's just because I don't want to create a culture of coming for people's appearance. However, when I was watching the show Never Ever Met, I'm sorry, this one guy's hairstyle, I I just couldn't do it. Let me see if I could pull it up on my. Let me see if I could. This is so bad. Let me see if I can pull it up on my computer. Like it made me laugh when I was watching. And the lady, she just got so touchy about it. I was like, oh my gosh. Toronto is very London coded, especially the immigrant. You know what it is? Both cultures are heavily influenced by Caribbean, more specifically Jamaican culture. So I think that's why it seems that way. It's really the Jamaican influence. But London and Toronto are not the same, guys. I promise you they're not. Promise you they're not. Okay. So let me show you this guy. Let me show you his hair. His hair was the real thing. I'm sorry. So what I said in the video was, if this guy is trying to give me advice, I would question his judgment because of the hair. I just made a little joke. You know what I'm saying? I just made a little joke. So then this lady, ooh, she was not happy about that man. She was pissed. So this was her response to me. She said, I have to laugh just because, why are you trying to sun me? Like, you're really lucky I love the Lord, because I could take it there, but I'm choosing not to. Choosing to be godlike, kind of, sort of. Not really, obviously, because I wouldn't have made fun of the first guy. She said, I've been watching your reviews and recaps for several months now. I absolutely respect and agree with most of your opinions. I just wanted to say that talking about Matt's hairstyle and how it made you question his discernment was very unnecessary. I feel that was very mean and unprofessional. Never said I was professional. Because I'd be showing up in a bonnet. If you're expecting professionalism, you're on the wrong channel, okay? We could have questioned your discernment last week when you posted videos while wearing a big old fashioned looking synthetic grandma wig. But we still tuned in because you presented yourself with class. Also, you're talking about someone else's hair while recording this video with a tacky bonnet on your head. You have a lot of nerve. You, of all people, really need to look in the mirror before you speak negatively about anyone's appearance, ever. 3 exclamation points. It doesn't feel good for someone to talk about your appearance now, does it? 3 question marks. Keep it professional, sis. We have enough ghetto bloggers and YouTubers. You're lucky I love the Lord. Because, guys, when I was younger, if you go low, I'm taking it to hell. I am taking it to hell. Ask that one subscriber that tried to come for my appearance in my DMs. Now, if you come to my DMs, I'm going to give you the business. But because she did in the YouTube comments, I said, Yulaine, keep it cute. Keep it cute. But don't try me. You could tell she was holding on to that all week. She said, I hate this bonnet. I hate this wig. Oh my gosh. She was so mad. Ooh, she was like, we could have questioned your discernment with that bonnet. Ooh, you wanted to get that off your chest for a long time, huh? She was holding on to that one. It is giving Kendrick Lamar. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you dress. She gagged you? She didn't gag me, child. I was not fazed whatsoever. I said, girl, bye. I literally said, girl, bye. Feel free to unsubscribe. Because I don't give a damn telling me to be professional. Ain't nobody professional over here. I tell jokes. And I would question his discernment with the hairstyle. That's what I'm saying, Zana. Like, I was so ready. And then I also didn't want to give her the vindication of getting under my skin. So I was like, girl, just unsubscribe. Who cares? It's a 3 question mark. She was peeved. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, Doesn't feel good, does it? Like, you were trying to sun me, and I can't be sunned, not on my page. So you're upset about the wig. You're upset about the bonnet. I'm gonna keep wearing it. The wig is coming back. The bonnet's coming back. And you're gonna be pressed every time. Anyways, the bonnets do be giving audacity. I wore one once and I told my mom not to test me. We are healing as a family. No, we're healing as a family. Oh my gosh. Ooh, child. I would be gagged and scared to see E take it to hell or on a mad day. Yeah, I can't. Listen, Alexis, I'm petty. I'm petty. And honestly, being a YouTuber has helped with that because you can't be petty with people who support you. Like, you just can't. You guys are honestly my lifeline. Without you guys subscribing, without you guys watching my videos, I wouldn't have an income right now based off of YouTube. So I can't take it to hell. I can't. I have to be cordial. Ooh, she's lucky. But if people send it to my DMs, you'll get it. You'll get it. I wish I still had a DM that I sent to somebody who basically said, I am a poor excuse of an African girl because I had new growth in my braids and I was recording with the new growth. Oh, God forbid my hair grows. Sorry. I'm gonna be honest, not my best moment. I did cuss them out. And on YouTube, I don't really cuss that much, but in real life, I be cussing. I can't even say I be cussing. I be swearing. So if you get on, if you come in my DMs and you try to sun me in my DMs on my platform, you're gonna hear from me. Not my best moment. I admit that. I could have met them with love. I could have shown them the Christian way to handle that situation, but I chose not to that day. And the only reason why I can't find it is because I blocked them, so I don't even know what page they were. But I'm petty. Don't take me there, please, please. For both of us, don't take me there. For your well-being, and for my sharp tongue, let's not take it there. Not coming for your African card because of a hairstyle, and it wasn't even a hairstyle. I just had new growth. My hair grew, and they were mad about that. Yeah, I'll curse you out privately. I'm not gonna do it in public, but if she sent that in my DMs, ooh, she would have heard from me, but she lucky. Ooh, she lucky. Petty is passive aggressive, vindictive is aggressive aggressive. I'm both. No, I don't think I'm vindictive, because I think vindictive is like seeking somebody out to be like mean to them. To me, that's what vindictive is. I don't think I'm that. Nah. No, I'm not waiting for my braids to grow out more. And I try not to show that side of me, honestly, because I am more even keeled than I am like on that level. So I try to meet people with love more often than not. But I think then people think that they can try me because I am just happy-go-lucky on YouTube and I make jokes and everything's lighthearted, you know what I'm saying? But I can go there. Let's not try it. Let's not try it. Now I'm petty with precision. Like, it has to be at the right moment for the best effect. And listen, I learned this from my mom. I was in high school. I went to a Christian high school, so it was semi-private. And my religious teacher, I don't remember what was his issue with me, but he had a problem with me. Actually, a lot of my high school teachers had a problem with me because my brother was at that school just before me, and he was a tyrant. He's a middle child, just so you know, for context. So everybody thought I was gonna be just like my brother. So this man was just mistreating me off of my brother's reputation. He barely knew me. When I tell you my mother wrote a scathing email in the name of Jesus, that's the day that I learned. That's the day that I learned that you could cuss somebody out without ever using a cuss word. You could call you, woo, right? Reverse nepotism. You could have a very sharp tongue and having never called that person out of their name. I was like, I wonder how my mom was before she was Christian, because my mom wasn't always Christian. That was later on in life. I said, I am my mother's daughter, child. We really have to choose. Choose the Lord every day. Amen. Amen. Anyways, we're well over our time. So I'm going to log out. I didn't expect it to go there, but we started talking about Steph and the professionalism, and then it reminded me of this lady's DM. It was a whole thing. But yeah, I love talking to you guys. It's always a fun time. Loved the love stories. It's a great break from the toxicity. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are still Delulu, but in the best way. And I love that for you. See, to my Delulu crew people, you can be Delulu and have it still work out. So don't give up on your delusions. Where's the heart? Don't give up on your delusions. Oh my gosh. Ray, go to bed. Go to bed, Ray. Oh! Anati, it's time for bed. All right. Exactly. You got to be smart with it, especially in a work environment. You do. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which as you've learned in this live, it isn't much, child.